Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Rattus is an awkward game as it's about the plague, right? And the plague killed many people, but I think when these disasters or natural events occur, with some time, I think it's fine to have a game about it. And nobody is living from this period. It almost becomes just a folklore story, even though it really happened. And I think that's why a game like this could be produced. In this one, you are kind of directing the rats around, and there's a plague going on, and people are losing their lives. This is a really good introductory area influence or area majority game. And I think that's where this game is going to shine, is in the introductory phase. I do like the addition of unique people/powers that you can get each round, and that kind of helps shakes things up and how you're going to get those and kind of how that mixes in. And those people and powers will be going from player to player, and that's fantastic. It's a really great addition to this game. The area control is also very strong. I like how the game is scored and the decisions that you have to make, but it's all kept in a very introductory or gateway aspect, and I think that's really strong. There are a few really good introductory abstract games. Power Web, I think, is one. Viral is a very good one. And Rattus is a very good one. And just off the top of my head, those are a couple that I think are really, really strong. This one has a lot of expansions you can add in. I don't think you need a lot of them. I will be and have been reviewing some of those. And there are spin-offs and expansions, and you have sequels of this game and all kinds of things. It really was kind of like its own little phenomenon that the company supported it quite well. So if you like the introductory game and you want to add some of the expansions in, there are plenty of things out there. The game is starting to age a little bit from a component standpoint. The components are very good quality, but I think if this was released today, the components may look very different. I don't take anything away from it because it's a very sturdy addition to your collection. If you're like me and you play with a lot of people and you have a lot of games and you're looking for an introductory area control game, this could very well be it. The theme shouldn't turn anybody off. It's so far in the past. Maybe some people might not like it. It didn't bother us one iota. I think that it holds up strong, this game, even though it's been out for a very long time. I was very happy to get it back to the table, and then back to the table, and then back to the table. We kept wanting to play it. An area majority is not something that we enjoy that much. I have a few of them in my collection. Royals is one that we have. I know Viral is one that we have. This one we have. But it's not something that tends to stay in our collection very long, but Rattus will. It's a keeper for us. Here is Rattus by Z-Man Games. You can see it's got a really striking cover with that rat kind of looking up at the people and going through it. When you open it up, back in the day, you didn't really get inserts. So it's just a bunch of stuff that's in here. The board's going to come out. It's a tad small, I'm going to be honest. It's a little, it's not like a tiny, tippy-tiny one, but it's a little smaller one. You're going to get just regular cubes in the 4 different colors. You're going to have red, blue, yellow, and green, which are like the primary board gaming colors. You're going to get your little Plague Master, which is just a little dolly that you have here. You're going to have your character cards. These are not cards. These are like tarot size. They're cardboard. They're really nice. They have the icons on here that you'll be using to kill the cubes, and then the powers at the bottom. And even George Costanza's on here, which is kind of nice. And then you're going to have your tokens. These will be your rat tokens that you're going to have during the game. You're going to see here that the rat tokens have the rats on the back. And then what people will kill at the other end of it. Very nice components. The purple ones are the starter ones. They would start out, and then the brown ones would be in a different one they'll be utilizing during the game. Very good components. These are not very thematic. The little dolly guy, the Plague Master, isn't very thematic. But the artwork on these and the look of these and the quality of the components is very good. Open it up. You're going to get a rule book. Now, the rule book is pretty good. Has a picture of the components on the front, which is fantastic. A 2-page spread of the setup. Very good. You can see the numbers are coming out, telling you exactly what to do. Very easy to do. This will be the gameplay, everything it takes to do the game. Then each spot, A, B, is all broken down into easy to understand. You got an example over here. You can see full color pages. Then a breakdown of the class cards. It's very, very handy. On the end, how the game ends and how you score it up. Very simple to do. Excellent rule book. I mean, probably 9 or 10 out of 10. Like, you're able to read it. It's very clear. The font is good. Got the picture of the components set up. Everything's in here. We didn't have any issues once we started playing. So here's the board. You're going to take the character cards and put them at the top. You're going to take the purple ones, shuffle them up, and put one on each country. In a 3-player game, you will not utilize this area. In a 3- and 4-player game, you will not utilize both of these areas. So that will kind of tell you how that will go through the game. So here is set up. You're going to have the character cards across the top. You're going to have the map out. You're going to take the purple ones. You're going to shuffle them up and put one on each of the boards. So in a 2-player game, you don't utilize both these spaces. In a 3-player game, you would add this area in. In a 4-player game, you would use the whole board. So if you don't have these, let's say in a 2-player game, there's just some of these purple ones you wouldn't utilize. It'd go back in the bag. Each player will get a number of their cubes. You can randomly put this guy out. I like to start him out in the center. Then each player, starting with the first player, will put 2 cubes in a location. And then the second player will put, I'm just going to show you a 2-player game. Then the green person will put 2 in a location again. And then the red would put their location. The 2, 3, and 4-player game plays the same except for the areas not utilized here. All of the other rat tokens, which are brown, are shuffled up and put face down next to the board. On your turn, you can pick any one of these characters and put it in front of you. If it happens to be in front of another player, that's okay. You can take it too, and it goes in front of you. There's 2 things you want to look for in each of these. Is this icon up here, each character will have something different, and a power that will be utilized differently. Then, on your turn, you can add cubes to the board. Any place that has a rat token, you can put a cube in that location. Now, if that location happened to have, let's go back, let's say it had 2 people there, then I could add 2 cubes. So basically, you're going to add the number of cubes to the number of rat tokens that are there. Then you will move this guy. And you'll move him to a location, whatever location he has. In this case, there's 1 rat token. I will take one. I can put it in any adjacent locations. Maybe I'd want to go there. Maybe I would want to go there. When the guy goes into one, you will flip this over and do whatever it says. This case says there's 3 or more cubes. There's not. There's no cubes. So this will just come right out of the game. Then next player will go. Let's say he wants to put 2 cubes here for whatever reason. He's going to move into this location. He will take 2 of these and he can split them up. Let's say he wants to do it like this. And then because the play guy is here, he will flip this over, whichever one he wants to do. So if there's 2 plus, you would have to get rid of one if you have the crown or these icons. So let's just pretend like he does have the crown one, which means one of these will have to come off. He doesn't have the priest or the witch, so nothing will come off. Then you would do the next one. It says that there's 6 plus cubes. There's not. There's only 3, so you would ignore it. But there might be something that says like majority. So if you have the number of cubes there, whoever has the most lose ones. There's an A that can be out that will have all. And there's just some that just have different icons that we utilize. So taking these characters can be great. So this guy lets you move the play guy twice instead of once. But if the shield comes up, you're going to have to remove cubes from the board. For example, this king one says, I can take once per turn one of my cubes and put them here. This means it's safe for the entire game. It can never be eliminated from the board. When somebody's out of cubes or we are out of rat tokens upon the board, the game will end. Then you will go through, do all the remainder rat tokens that are on the board. Whoever has the most cubes is now the winner of the game. Let's go over the character powers. Like I said, this one allows you to put 1 person in the castle, and they're safe. This guy allows you to move the play guy, usually move in 1 adjacent space. With the knight, I can move 2 spaces. The peasant allows you to put out 1 additional cube. So I told you, for example, in this location, there's 2 rats, I could put out 2 cubes. The peasant always lets me put out 1 additional cube. This guy allows me to take 3 cubes and move them to an adjacent location. So if I had him, maybe I'd want to move those there. The priest allows me to move a rat. So I can simply take a rat and move them to an adjacent location. So you can help them move around with this. And then the witch allows you to look at face down ones. I can look at it, kind of see what's there, decide what I want to, strategically what I want to do, and put it back. And then I can switch them out if I wanted to. So I could maybe, I like that guy there. Maybe I want him over here for strategic purposes. And that's what the witch will do. And that's a quick overview of how you play Rattus. Who should buy this game? Anybody looking for an introductory area control game. Stop, full stop, right there. I think that's the market for this game. If you like area majority, but you're gonna have some people that may not have gamed as much as you, and you want to have one of these in a collection, this is definitely it. Now, putting that aside, I still think it's a very good area majority game. I think that the powers that you're getting and the characters that you're swapping up with other people is phenomenal, fantastic. This game also gives you expansion, so you have more to explore. If you want an introductory one, hey, you like Rattus, we played it a couple of times, let's add this in, shake things up a little bit before you get them into the deep end on something else like area majority game like Blood Rage or something like that. You can start here, do a couple expansions, and then move on if you want to. I know I do that a lot when I'm with people. So this can have a really good effect in your gaming collection. I don't think anybody's going to be turned off by the theme too much, so I think that'll hold up well too. Rattus is a classic for us, and one I'll probably keep in my collection for a very long time. Keeper.